Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yaralissa and I'm super glad to see you here. If this is your first time here, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell and like this video. All of that really helps me and my channel grow. If you've been here before, you probably saw my most recent video on Wednesday titled Makeup 101. If you haven't yet, check it out. Now, if you don't have me on social media, maybe you haven't seen it, but I went ahead and I posted my 1 year progress picture from Memorial Day 2019 and Memorial Day 2020. Now, I honestly wasn't expecting to see this, and I kind of had an idea that I was wearing the same thing. Well, not really, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them right here. That way you can go ahead and see the huge difference and the huge progress and strides that I've been able to make over the last year. And that is just simply incredible. You know that I love makeup, but what you may or may not know is that I also am currently falling in love with fitness and just the idea of being able to take my body, transform it, and make it into something amazing, something powerful and strong. You know what I mean? And I'm just so excited that I'm capable of that, because I never thought I was. Honestly, I never thought that I was capable of being this strong. And let me tell you that I've always felt like a big girl. I've always been, at least I've thought so. So part of me still feels that sometimes, but I'm learning to accept the fact that I'm different, and not accept the fact, but just embrace it. Embrace myself, embrace who I am, embrace the different stages, because let me tell you that when you do happen to lose the weight, your body does change, and not always does it do things that you were hoping for. For example, in myself, I gained weight. And I took some time to actually lose that. And in that time, my body, of course, you know, my skin stretched out. And now that I've begun to lose the weight, I'm, of course, starting to shrink down. In that process, I've also started to develop somewhat of loose skin. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay, because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna show you who I am. That way you can honestly see me, and if in case some of these things resonate with you, then you can turn around and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I can do it too. So that is what I hope to do for you. Now, just so that you know, in regards to today's video, I'm going to be discussing a couple of things. We're going to be doing a pre-workout meal. We're going to be doing a small little workout. You may or may not see the entire thing, but of course I'll show you clips here and there. And then we're going to do a post-workout meal. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to talk to you about food and your relationship with food, and the fact that food is not an enemy. If anything, it's what gives us our fuel and the resources inside of us to be able to do what we need to, whether it be go to work, or whether it be actually physically get up from bed the next day, or be able to have a killer workout and actually walk away feeling like I did that and I am proud of myself. I'm going to be telling you about eating habits in general, the importance of water, as I said, loose skin, and more than anything, if you come to a point like me where you are losing weight and you feel really proud and you really just want to keep that going, maintaining it. So that's what this video is going to be about today, and I'm really excited to see you here, and I really hope that you keep watching. And yes, I really hope to see you throughout this series, because I honestly want to go ahead and just offer you the best that I can as far as knowledge is concerned, information, food options. I don't know, we'll see what this becomes, but I'm honestly like super duper excited for you to be coming along this journey with me, and honestly just to even be brave enough to take this journey, because honestly it takes a lot. It takes a lot to finally look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, you deserve it. You deserve to be a better you. Everybody's fitness journey is different, okay? My fitness journey right now, I'm in a stage in which I have already lost quite a bit of weight, and I'm not looking to lose anymore. If anything, to be honest with you, and I never thought I would say this, I'm actually looking to gain weight, because I'm wanting to gain muscle. Now, I showed you earlier that I do have, you know, some loose skin. I have some on my arm, and very honestly, it used to be much worse. But ever since I started working out, I did not think it would happen that suddenly or that quickly, but I started feeling like my muscles really started toning up. Now, the place where I have the most loose skin is going to be on my stomach, and I'm not about to show you that. Just saying, I'm not going to show you that. I am really trying hard to incorporate greens into my foods. One of the things that I have been doing a lot is I've been buying these little salads in a bag, and this one right here is honestly delicious. This one is the Premium Kid Spinach Miso Crunch, and it has baby spinach, baby red chard, carrots, Japanese miso dressing, cashews, sliced almond, and wonton strips. And this is honestly so good. It comes in a bag like this, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain this, right? It comes in this bag, and then it comes with like these the toppings and then the dressing already. And all you really do is just dump it out, mix it together, and boom, there you go, you have a salad. I'm gonna tell you though, I'm not a salad person. I actually haven't been, and I want to say that maybe now I'm becoming one slowly. I don't know, I don't want to jump the gun just yet, but maybe, hopefully, you know. I have here my eggs. Nothing special. They're not organic or anything like that. They're just from Kroger. The other thing that I'm also going to be using for my breakfast today is going to be this Light Life Gimme Lean plant-based sausage. And this right here is super yummy. It's actually the first time that I've ever had it, and I got it honestly just to try it because, as I said, I'm trying to eat healthier. So I thought to myself, well, maybe an option could be like eating less actual red meats and all that, and then maybe start doing every now and then, you know, things like this that are plant-based, or maybe like start trying tofu, things like that, just so that I can, I don't know, expand my palate and be open to eating healthier things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a chunk like that, and look, as you can see, it's already starting to stick to my hand. Very, very, very sticky. But what I do is I honestly just take these and I make them into little balls already, like this, and set that down. And then they kind of like want to stick to my hand, but I mean, honestly, this is suggested to be made into patties if you wish, so that's also a possibility, but I like making them into little tiny balls like that. So let's get our heat turned on. That's placed right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and use canola oil because I tried using that sausage without any oil or anything whatsoever, and it actually got stuck to the pan the first time. So I'm not gonna go ahead and make that mistake again anymore. You see, not so much. I'm gonna go ahead and just start taking my little meatballs and really just rolling them out onto my pan. And you see how some of them are like trying to stick together? Don't let them, because yeah, then they won't cook evenly. Now that these are nice and starting to get a little bit of golden and brown and all that, I already went ahead and picked out my spinach here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that right there. Here we have my finished plate, and honestly it is really, really good. As you may have noticed, I didn't add any salt or any kind of seasoning because I personally don't like to. And honestly, I truly, truly love the way this tastes. So so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my breakfast for now, sip some water, and then in a moment we'll go ahead and do our workout. So I'll see you in a little bit. we already went ahead and finished our workout, and now we're gonna get ready to do our post-workout meal, which I'm excited to show you because it is delicious. We're gonna be doing it's not a protein pancake, it's like a pancake made from 3 ingredients, which is eggs, oatmeal, and banana. That's it. So I'm using today the quick oats. These are like the fast oats. I know that there's different types, so I suggest you get at least these, the fast ones. And then I have 1 banana, and I'm gonna be using 2 eggs right here. So the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do, and I'm gonna bring you closer so that way you can see, is I'm gonna take my banana, and I'm literally just going to start cutting off some pieces and dumping that into this container right here. And what you also need is, if not a whisk, which is these, then if you have one of these, much better. So what's it called, like an egg beater or something like that? So you just take off, then you can start to smush, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just to at least get you started like that. So as I've done before, I just kind of like eyeball in there, so like that. So it still looks a little bit runny to me, and I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more of these oatmeals. One thing that I noticed with these pancakes is that you do have to spread the batter around. That way you can make it nice and even. Once you start noticing little bubbles start to form over top, that's when you know that you are closer to, if not already ready to flip. And ready? There you go. And look at that. It looks just like a pancake, but much healthier and much better for you. And there you have it. Our pancake. Super duper good. I'm finally sitting down, and this right here is my finished plate. Now of course it looks like nothing fancy or anything special, but it is quite delicious. Take the time now to eat this because that's pretty good. If you have a chance to try this out, I suggest that you do. It is really delicious, and it's really filling. What? What is it? Watch. No. You see, even she likes my pancakes. A couple of things to keep in mind whenever it is that we do talk about food and your fitness journey is that it is different for everybody. Now, as you saw, I went ahead and I did a pre-workout meal and a post-workout meal because I'm looking to gain muscle and to be able to provide sufficient amount of food in me in order to be able to do that. Now, when I did my pre-workout, that allowed me to be able to have some form of energy to get me through my workout, and my post-workout really just helps with those gains that people love to call. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I know all the science behind muscle building and endurance and all this stuff, because the reality is no, I'm learning myself too. But what I can say is that as I continue to learn and as I continue to go through this journey, of course, anything that I do learn, I will be sharing that with you, and I'll go ahead and always come back to you with my most honest opinion and deliver that message. I'm looking to just be better for myself and for my own well-being. And then even at that, it's just best overall, because honestly, the food that you're putting into your body is what makes everything function the way that it's supposed to. And not just like to complete your workout. I mean for your organs to function right, your blood flow to pump correctly, for everything. All of the systems that work within your body are important. And in order for them to work properly, you need to be able to provide your body with the right amount of food. As far as my personal goals, I showed you a little bit earlier in regards to loose skin, but the reality is that I have lost quite a bit of weight. I can pretty much say that it has been a long, beautiful, beautiful journey, because now that I'm here, I can understand my body so much better. And I think that maybe applies for everybody, because not until you actually begin to see changes in your body, then do you begin to understand the reason why you should be doing certain things. For example, I was never the type that, was always like, oh yeah, I gotta work out, I gotta work out, I gotta work out. I loved it, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't ever anything that I had a passion for. It wasn't ever anything that I felt wrong not doing. Of course, there were times where I would become very consistent in the gym and I would start going every single day. And then all of a sudden I would just fall off because one, I would just get sick, or I would get distracted, or I would spend a weekend away from it. And then all of a sudden it was really hard to get back in. So I know that happened to me quite a bit of times, but what I'm trying to say is that I've never actually been a person that needed to work out. If I didn't, I was okay. Now that I've lost the weight, I feel like my body is almost asking me to. Because of course, I see myself in the mirror every single day. And sometimes when you look in the mirror, you can look at yourself in many ways. Now, one way could be you look at yourself and you hate yourself for what you look like. But now I look at myself and in reality, I love the person I see, because she has brought me to this point today. And I know I say it like that, like really weird, like she have to be able to recognize that you are really beautiful and really strong and are capable of doing so much more than you let yourself out to believe. I stopped thinking ahead. I stopped thinking as to how long this was going to take. I stopped thinking about, how long has it been and I haven't dropped any weight, or how long has it been and I haven't even lost any inches or any pant sizes. And I honestly just stopped thinking that way, and then it just started happening. I continued living my life and I continued doing what I wanted to do and what I knew was necessary to do to be able to get me to a good end goal. But the more that I did it, the more natural it became. So I encourage you, at any point in time, if you feel like you're really starting to get on track with something, or you're really starting to fall in love with a process, dive in. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video right here and just let you know that I am super appreciative that you went ahead and watched this entire video, and I'm super thankful that you're here. Now, I want to remind you, I welcome you to come back on Fridays for Fitness Fridays and on Wednesdays for Makeup 101. And if you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and go ahead and like this video. That way I know to keep posting more. So for now, thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!